15th of Ramadan, the birthday of the first star, shining star in the sky of Ahlul Bayt, the birthday of Imam Hasan al-Mujtaba alayhi salam. Congratulations to all the faithful and followers of Ahlul Bayt. شهر الصيام لنا بدا في نصفه نور الهدى فبنوره ضاء الزمن بشرى لنا ولد الحسن مرج البحرين يلتقيان بينهما برزخ لا يبغيان يخرج منه اللؤلؤ والمرجان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. This is the barakah of Ramadan, the month of the Holy Quran and the month of Ahlul Bayt. And a gift from God in the middle of this month, the birthday of Imam al-Mujtaba. أحب أهل بيتي إلي الحسن والحسين. The most beloved members of my family to me are Hasan and Hussein, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, هما سيدا شباب أهل الجنة. إن الحسن بن علي عليه السلام عليهما السلام كان أعبد الناس في زمانه وأزهدهم وأفضلهم فكان إذا حج ماشيا. A man of spirituality, 25 times performed the Hajj while walking from Medina to Mecca. But that doesn't mean that Imam was only a man of salat and spirituality. He was a man of action and jihad as well. وَاللَّهِ لَوْ وَجَدْتُ أَنصَارًا لَقَاتَلْتُ مُعَاوِيَةَ اللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ. Yes, he was consistent in the mission of his grandfather. Brothers and sisters, Ahlul Bayt position was the continuity of the mission of the Holy Prophet, to explain the Quran and to be a good role model and show the Quran in practice, say it for clarification and demonstrating it in their action. Ahlul Bayt are the path to pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ahlul Bayt are universal figures, not only for the Shia or Sunni, for humanity. When someone like George Jordan wrote the kitab Mujalladat about Amir al-Mu'mineen, one of them, Imam Ali, صوت العدالة الإنسانية, the voice of human justice. So they are eternal and universal figure. The love of Ahlul Bayt is a wajib, as we know. It is not an option for a Muslim that say that I like them or I don't like them. If we follow the teaching of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala based on what the Quran says, then we must love Ahlul Bayt. It's interesting that in Surah Al-Shu'ara there are 5 messengers: Salih, Shu'aib, Lut, Hud, and Nuh. In 5 different verses in the same chapters, these 5 prophets, they say the same thing. This verse is repeated by 5 of them. مَا أَسْأَلُكُمْ عَلَيْهِ مِنْ أَجْرٍ إِنْ أَجْرِ إِلَّا عَلَى رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. They said that we are not asking you any reward. Our reward is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is something we have to learn it. And say it with sincerity. Sometimes they put on the Facebook that I did this and I did that, and I did it for God, I didn't do it for anybody. Well, if you did it for God, don't put it on the Facebook. You are showing off already. And now you say, I did it for God, I don't care about anybody else. But then the same Quran, when it talks about the Holy Prophet, the language is a little different. It says, قُلْ لَا أَسْأَلُكُمْ, and the Prophet doesn't say it from himself. He's saying it, Allah is telling him, قُلْ, you have to say this. قُلْ لَا أَسْأَلُكُمْ عَلَيْهِ أَجْرًا إِلَّا الْمَوَدَّةَ فِي الْقُرْبَى. How come that all those 5 prophets, they said, unconditional service, no reward at all. But Allah in this case is telling the Holy Prophet that, tell them that my reward is for Allah 23 years of service, but I expect one thing, al-mawaddat bil-qurba. You must love the qurba. They came to the Holy Prophet, what do you mean by al-qurba? فَأَجَابَهُمْ إِجَابَةً سَرِيحًا قال علي وفاطمة بابنهما. The qurba are Fatima, her husband, and her sons. So based on this verse, an explanation of the Prophet, to love this family is an obligation. We have to say it in our salat, is a serious matter. That every time that we pray in our tashahhud, whether we are Shia or Sunni, every Muslim who prays must say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. When the verse was revealed, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima, they said, Ya Rasulullah, how do we salli? How should we say it? How should we express our salat and salutation to you? What should we say? And the Prophet says, say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. That's the way you should say it. And then it is part of our salat. If somebody does says the tashahhud and doesn't say Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad, and in Ikhwan al-Sunnah they add something kama sallayta ala Ibrahim wa ala Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid, which is fine. If someone doesn't say that, the salat is batila, is not complete. Now, whether they need this love, why we should say Ali Muhammad and love Ali Muhammad? They don't need this. Some of them are martyred, 11 of them already martyred, and whether we say it or not to say, they didn't care about this. It's not that they need it. We need to say it as the followers of Ahlul Bayt. We have to say it. But does this love really mean just emotion? Who cares that we just say, oh, I love you? If this love is not backed up with commitment and with action, this is really what the Ahlul Bayt needs, that we follow their teachings. Every Muslim loves Ahlul Bayt, Shia and Sunni. We all said we love Ahlul, even the Salafi. The Salafis who are killing the Shia, and they consider the Shia like a Rafidi, and you can see they, massacring the Shia in Iraq and, everywhere else. And in Syria even, they are attacking everybody. Still they are using the same mentality, although so many of their victims are not even Shia, but they made of this. They do this, but at the same time they say, we love Ahlul Bayt. When they pray, they say, even the Salafis say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad, they say such a thing. So what is the difference then? That when we say this love for Ahlul Bayt, first of all, we have to say it. We say it every day. They may not say it as frequently as we say, but more important than that, to follow them. How many times we quote Imam Ali? How many times we quote Al-Imam al-Sadiq? If you go to their books, you really find something from Ahlul Bayt. There was one of the young brother, Ahmad, who is between us, and he is searching about them, inshallah. The light of realization of commitment to Ahlul Bayt is coming to his heart, and he is praying with us. He was talking to me last night, and he said that he was saying to his family, challenging even his father, that, what is it that are you saying this Ahlul Bayt, Imam Ali, who was with the Holy Prophet from the time that he was 6 years old, till the time that the Prophet died, this man was with the Prophet in his house day and night, in all the situations. So you don't quote this man, you don't follow this man, And you are talking day and night about somebody who was not even the Prophet, even sometimes he used to see the Prophet. I mean, just like few hours during the week, or you focus that much on others who were not there, and you forgot the man who is a member of the family, is a disciple of the Prophet day and night. For all the time, that's just common sense. But to say it, we have to follow that is, say it, quoting them, and whatever Ahlul Bayt say, they are saying it from the Holy Prophet, they are not saying it from themselves. The hadith, hadith Abi wa hadith Abi, hadith Abai wa Abai an Jaddi wa Jaddi an Jibreel wa Jibreel an Allah. And the second thing is that for those who say we are the followers of Ahlul Bayt, brothers and sisters, we have to show it in our life. The style of life of Ahlul Bayt. Somebody came to Imam al-Mujtaba alayhi salam, قال إني من شيعتكم. Ya Rasulullah, I'm one of your Shia. Imam said, Ya Abdullah, in kunta lana fi awamirna wa zawajirna muti'an faqad sadaqt. وإن كنت بخلاف ذلك فلا تزد في ذنوبك بدعواك مرتبة شريفة لست من أهلها. لا تقل أنا من شيعتكم ولكن قل أنا من مواليكم ومحبيكم. The Imam told this guy who said, I'm your Shia. Imam said that be very careful when you make this statement. When you say that I am your Shia, you have to follow our teachings, our messages, our orders, our style of life. If you are not, then by saying that I'm your Shia, you are committing a sin because you are not telling the truth. You are adding to your sins. In this case, the maximum is that you would say that I am just a lover of Ahlul Bayt. I just want to ask the sisters in the Mahdi hall to watch some of these kids, because sometimes we get complained that some of the kids make noises during the salat and they cannot hear in the khutbah. Please help us regarding, we want the kids to come to Friday prayer, but at the same time to sit down next to their parents, and the parents be responsible for the kids, so we can really follow the spirit of the prayer. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So the akhlaq of Ahlul Bayt is very important. ليس من شيعتنا من قال بلسانه وخالفنا في أعمالنا وآثارنا. He is not a Shia who say I am, but he is opposing us in their life and in their action. Looking at akhlaq Ahlul Bayt, that Imam Ali, even to his enemies, he said, إني أكره أن تكونوا من السبابين. And Muawiyah and his army, they are killing the Ashab Amir al-Mu'mineen. And they are trying to deprive them even from water. But Imam says that I don't want you to be cursing even your enemies. The language of Ahlul Bayt is language of courtesy, language of civilization, language of adab. So they are not only like Imams to just spiritual, just pray like a Sufi or this kind of thing. They are leaders in spirituality, in morality, in action, in society. They have message. They are leading the world with their wisdom. And they are Imam in all these meanings and all these aspects. So those Salafis say, oh, the Shia, they curse the Khulafan. Well, there was a time that Shia under so much persecution and oppression, under time of the Amabi and Abbasis in the Middle East, in Lebanon, in everywhere, in Iraq, that the Shia, the ulama were massacred under the name of they were Rafidi. So people out of anger may have, some of them show some anger. But in real life, the Shia are not the ones who curse anyone. Look at like Islamic Republic in Iran. For more than 30 years, there is a government there that is run by the ulama and the Shia government. And you will never find the media in Iran, never any curse for any khulafa or any insulting to any Sunni. Look at the media in Iran. For 32 years, they are in power. If they want to curse, they were in a good position to do that, but they never did. Look at Al-Manar, the media in Lebanon, the media of Muqawma in Lebanon. We never heard from this TV No one heard any insult to Khulafa or any insult to the Sunni.